I can go.
Okay. Alright. The two wisest people I ever met in my life were high school dropouts. These two people happen to be my parents. My parents attended high school in America shortly after escaping the Vietnam War. Despite barely knowing the English language, they left school to raise my older brother. But that didn't stop them from educating themselves. They taught each other how to read and write, but most importantly, they taught and showed me and my siblings valuable life lessons. My mom and my dad are my role models, not only because they are really wise, but because they taught me and my siblings very valuable life lessons. My parents taught me to be patient, to be kind, and lastly, they show me what sacrifices they do for their loved ones. I can never thank them enough, and that is why I'm paying tribute to them today. To begin, I'll discuss how my parents taught me patience. My mother especially, I really admire her patience. In most cases where people yell and scream, my mother will stay calm. She taught me that there are always other ways other than screaming to get your point across. And for my father, he taught me how to be patient with women. He told me a strong woman like my mother doesn't always want to be strong, and sometimes the weight is just too much for her. And without asking and making her feel like she's failed, be kind. Which leads me to my next point. My parents taught me kindness. My parents' kindness inspired my own. They always tell me to treat others the way I want to be treated. And I remember every Thanksgiving, they would send me and my siblings to help the city clean up for local parks around Eau Claire. Lastly, my parents showed me the sacrifices they've done towards their loved ones. Growing up, my parents always knew I loved playing sports, but I never knew the sacrifices were made for me to play. Until a coach once asked me, "How come your parents never show up to any of your games?" The statement never hurt me, but instead, it made me realize it wasn't because my parents didn't want to, but it was because they made sacrifices for me. They both worked hard so I could be on the team. They both worked hard so I could eat and compete. But most importantly, they both worked because they knew how much it meant to me. And for that reason, I can never thank them enough. In conclusion, my parents taught me many life lessons. Through their experience and actions, I learned how to be patient, I learned how to be kind, and I've seen their sacrifices they made for their loved ones. If it wasn't for my parents, I would not be who I am